Don't count out Casey Drake in that 87. He's right.
One more lap to go here at Indy. He ran him all the way from 3 seconds back. 2 laps to go. Oh, round 2 gets done. Oh, Matthew gets the apron around the Strexler. He spins right from the back. Huge wreck. The 2 flies up in the air. It's 3 wide. Oh, what a move by Derek. He wants to go.
Tries to send him up the hill, but can't quite do it.
Now between the 2 is 2 car lengths. Too little, too late for Derek and Smith. Oh, clapping gets turned! Clapping gets turned! Oh my gosh! Side by side, 3 wide at the wire!
And we welcome everybody back here live for tonight's event, brought to you by here. The ACOG iRacing Series brings you round number 3 at Martinsville Speedway. The paperclip, known in NASCAR, is yet to bring another show, this time on the virtual side of things as you get set for this 200-lap event. My name is Icarus.
And Dewey Schramm, the first true test of these next-gen cars on a short track here in ACOG is upon us. Of course, you've run the Triple Challenge race at Charlotte, Atlanta, and Auto Club, but here we are on a short track, so now we'll get to see how these things run when you have to brake a lot more and, you know, just drive a much different track than the 3 that we've been to so far. So welcome here as we begin week number 3 of the Summer Series here to kick off things in ACOG. We'll dive right in to our leaderboard here in terms of points. Cole Woody, of course, won the opening round at Auto Club and currently leads by 3 over Joe Burgee, and you see where everybody else falls, and I think we're starting to see about 5 or 6 cars start to break away from the rest of this pack.
Yeah, especially when there's 62 points on the line every event. Attendance is going to be very, very key, and it's already whittled down to like 6 drivers within that 100-point grasp, except for Kevin White Jr., who's only 2 points out. Kilo Hankins, who did win last event at Atlanta, is not here, unfortunately, so he's going to fall back in standings. Everybody else, though, a chance to push yourself forward inside that top 20, especially when there's a lot of people on here tonight, with over 20 people. It should be interesting to see on how it'll all sort out by the end of it.
And it may be a bit deceiving, you know, you see Mitch Hobbs sitting there 67 points behind Cole Woody, but the most amount of points you can get in a race is 67, which is what Kealoha Hankins got after winning Atlanta last week. So if Cole doesn't show up and a lot of the guys below him have bad nights, you know, and Mitch ends up being here and wins, it maxes out on bonus points, boom, he's right back in the thick of things. So even though the points look spread out, just keep in mind how many points are available here in these races. But based off of what it is now, I think we do have a couple of clear-cut favorites that we can keep our eyes on. And we'll bring up our practice times here. We only have a couple minutes left in this session. Yeah, just about a minute and a half. Latham Joyner currently tops on the charts right now with an 18.7 lap, trying to rebound after a lap 1 crash last week in the Super Speedway Series. So we'll see if he can get things righted here in tonight's event.
Yep, so Latham Joyner, it's Parker White in that second position. Jackson Mitchell currently sits in 3rd. Jake Sylvia sits in 4th spot. Kevin White Jr., William Schmidt, Blaze McKinney, Frank DeAngelis, Joe Burgee, and Colton Zimmer round out the top 10. And we're going to go over our points contenders here within this top 6. One of those drivers right in front of you, Joe Burgee, who currently sits 2nd in the standings, 3 points behind of Cole Woody, there he sits 9th.
Yeah, got a top 5 at Auto Club and narrowly avoided becoming the last of the entire field to be lapped by Kealoha Hankins last week at Atlanta. So 2 strong points finishes, despite not winning yet, has gotten that 83 right up in the thick of things in terms of points. Comes into tonight only 3 points behind Cole Woody, and there he is, currently 12th on the chart right now as practice will wrap up. So we'll see if that 71 can fend off the 83 and the rest of the crew for that points lead.
Yeah, it should be interesting with a lot of drivers on the line, a lot of points to be lost as well because of the amount of people who are here. So we'll have to see on how it'll all sort out, but for right now, we'll go ahead and scoot ourselves into the thick of things for qualifying. Glad you could tune us in here live for MaxspeedTV for the ACOG iRacing Series. Stay tuned, there's more to come after the national anthem. Rise out and remove your hats as we salute our nation's colors. And we welcome everybody back here live at Martinsville Speedway. Not the real life, but the virtual one. Still fairly replicated here on the virtual side of things on this iRacing service. And we'll go ahead and drive ourselves into this qualifying session. Currently only 11 drivers have made at least one lap. And, oh man. Still more yet to be logged. Half the people have yet to scoop themselves in a time. We see here the 2:36 of Jacob Hefner working himself around. Oh, excuse me, into 1 and 2. Yeah, that's not what you want to do.
That's not very good. Well, still plenty of race to get that pointed in the right direction. Of course, Jacob does some real life racing. We've seen him here in IceCar/ACOG a few times in the past. So we'll see what he's got here for this field tonight as we see Patrick Moosh practicing his burnouts. Maybe we'll see if we can get to use him for real at the end of the night.
Omar Diallo is here present.
And Omar won our first Next Gen event. He won the Triple Challenge race at Charlotte 3 weeks ago. So didn't count for points in this particular series, but can still say he won the first Next Gen race here in this league. We'll see if we can make it 2 here tonight as we approach just 2 minutes left here in qualifying. We'll go over some zesty race analysis. Half mile in length is this Martinsville Speedway. I believe it's just a bit more than that, but roughly half mile. Time of day, it is the noon setting, so it should be a pretty slick racetrack. Pit road speed 35 miles per hour. Watch those speeds as you go to get down pit road. Field window of 90 to 110 laps, so it should be a one-stop race here for tonight. And these guys will have 5 tire sets at their disposal here during tonight's race.
Some more race statistics. If you haven't been to Martinsville Speedway, here's some track info on the right-hand side of the screen. 0.526 miles in length, so just roughly half a mile. Turns 4, 1 in each corner, banking around 12 degrees around this oval. And don't have straightaway feet displayed, but gonna run 200 laps here for tonight, so it's gonna be fairly lengthy. But regardless, survival is gonna be key. No matter how many laps are here at Martinsville, just gotta be there at the end.
And it doesn't matter how durable you make the cars either. And of course, classic short track racing, all the beating and banging these guys are going to do over this race. You just got to make sure your car can last the whole night and make sure your patience can last the whole night, because if you decide to bump and run somebody for a spot, make sure there aren't a lot of laps left where you leave yourself vulnerable for someone to do it right back to you, and probably twice as bad as you did it to them. So keep all those things in mind here. And again, survival is key as this race goes on. Just about 20 seconds left here in qualifying. It looks like Josh Patterson's not going to have enough time to put a lap down. Barring anything last minute, it looks like Kevin White Jr. is going to score the pole here for tonight's event.
Yeah, and we still have people joining in. Looks like Josh Patterson, he just registered Harry Grindle, he registers, Zachary Thornton's in, so we're still getting more people attached onto this entry list as we progress with the session. So add-on looks like 24 drivers here for tonight, the biggest field of this season.
Yeah, pretty decent sized field we'll have here for tonight, and congratulations to Kevin White Jr. He will be your pole sitter here for race number 3 of the Next Gen Series, and we'll jump right into the starting lineup here for tonight's race. Just mentioned Kevin White Jr. He'll lead us to the green flag here tonight, and to his outside will be the 38 of Dylan Basin.
Going to be row number 2, Omar Diallo, the 160 Triple Challenge winner, Blaze McKinney. I mean, not McKinney, but Blaze Brinkley right alongside of him.
Brinkley, a past ACOG winner at Martinsville, so watch out for that 104 tonight. Row 3, the 338 of Jake Sylvia, and to his outside, Colton Zimmer, runner-up last week at Talladega in the Super Speedway Series.
Row number 4 going to be Joseph Costello, and that number 60 right alongside of him, that number 3 of Latham Joyner.
And rounding out the top 10, Patrick Moosh in the 46, and Jasper Lenglade, one of our rookies. He'll round out the top 10. Rest of the order be shown at the bottom of your screen. Pick your favorite driver and hope they do pretty good, or maybe even take the win here for tonight. As the last couple rows throw themselves. There's row 9, 1, 2 in points coming into tonight, Woody and Burgee. As the last couple rows scroll by, and looks like Nick Roten will be the 25th and final car on the grid here for tonight. So pretty decent sized field, the biggest one of the 3 races so far. Should be a good one tonight.
Yeah, that's right. I'm interested to see on who's going to be there at the end. I mean, we've seen so many people eliminated through these races for the first beginning of the portion. But I mean, no draft involved, so just straight up pure racing from this point forward. So we'll see on who's going to shuffle where by the end of this thing. So no draft shenanigans or anything like that could cause any havoc. So it should be interesting to see on how it'll all turn out by the end of it. We got a lot of people who are going to be pit starting as well, so it should be interesting to see how it all go, and especially pit starting here, in which it's a short track. So if you qualify toward the back, you're going to have a pit road spot toward the middle of the straightaway, in which you're not going to get out in time in front of the leader. You're going to get lapped.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, I totally understand why you'd pit start at a track like this, but man, if you're words are hard today. Yeah, if you qualify towards the back and you decide to pit start, you're more than likely going to be lapped before you really even get going. So, bit of a risky move because, of course, you want to avoid the wrecks, but, you know, if you end up trapped a lap down and you're not the first one to lap down, might be a long night for you anyway. So, a very calculated risk there for anybody choosing to pit start, as we'll go one more pace lap around before we get ourselves under green. Looks like Cole Woody, our points leader coming in tonight, will pit start. Burgee second in points also, and Harry Grindle will late register in the 70s. Looks like we got 3 that will pit start, including 1, 2 in points. So we'll see how Woody and Burgee fare here tonight.
And not only that, Omar Diallo in 3rd place. He is also pit starting. Looks like Benjamin A. White, he's pit starting. Nick Roten, he too is pit starting. So those 3 drivers yet to show them on the field as of right now, so hopefully they'll get back onto the racetrack and out as soon as possible, unless a first lap caution comes out, in which Martinsville is prone to have that happen. But here we go. 200 laps going to go into the books as Kevin White Jr. in that number 52 is going to lead the field off to the races. We're off and getting set to go through 5 gears. Green flag up and away here at Martinsville.
There's a bit of a stack up right there. I think Basin didn't quite get the timing he wanted, but he'll get a run on the 52 anyway, and somebody's already in the wall, and it's Basin himself, and another car goes around, and that will bring out a caution here on just lap number 1 in turn 1, and for those that pit started, I guess that's why they did.
Yeah, that's a perfect reason why to pit start. I mean, I just mentioned it. It's not out of the realm of possibilities in which we could have a first lap caution, and here he is, perfect scenario, and I'm not really sure what happened. It looks like Basin. Oh, Kevin White just got tight.
And a big hit there to the outside wall, and another car avoided the 38 on the outside, but then spun afterwards, and I think the 52 just got a bit tight and ended up tagging the 38. And you see the rear end damage already to that car, but with how much durable these cars are supposed to be, I think he'll be alright. Just taking a little bit of optional, should be good to go. But he'll obviously have to work his way now through the entire field.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, especially when you're starting off with a good qualifying run. Kevin White just getting tight under you and tagging the back end of that number 38 of Dylan Basin and just sending him around. That's unfortunate, as he's going to go and scoot himself on a pit road, probably take some optional repair. I mean, you have 200 laps, so of course you can easily get that repaired, but you're going to go laps down. So for Basin, going to be a risk here to go a bit of laps, go laps down to get that thing repaired. And it seems as though we don't have 3 people on the grid. I think that was Diallo, White, and Roten. So that means only 22 drivers will start here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if Basin will end up going a lap down or not. It could be a deal where he just takes a couple seconds now and just hopes for a couple early cautions to keep going back down pit road over and over again to finally get it fully fixed up. It could be a deal where he does that. It could be a deal where he sacrifices maybe a lap or 2 now. We'll see what he ends up deciding to do. But he has a couple of options at his disposal in terms of how to take that optional. So we'll see what he ends up doing. Looks like we'll do at least 2 more laps here under pace.
There's the people who pit started. I mean, Cole Woody, Joe Berge, Harry Grindle, all 19th, 20th, and 21st. So for all 3 of those drivers, easy for them just to go ahead and fling themselves around the line, get the wave around with 1 to green. So
looks like the 38 has gone a lap down, so it looks like he might be taking all of his optional here at once. But already off of pit road, so looks like Patterson also hit pit road. But the thing now is if another caution comes out, I mean, Basin's the only car a lap down, so he'll get the free pass if one were to come out. So good call there for the 38. Looks like it'll work out in his favor. And Kevin White Jr. and Jake Sylvia look to lead us to the restart.
all right, here we go yet again. Kevin White Jr. Hopefully he'll not run over the car on the outside. That'll be Jake Sylvia replacing Dylan Basin's position. We'll go back green, under 200 laps to go this time by. First restart of the night. First caution now complete. Kevin White's going to lead this thing to the green.
Green flag.
Hits the throttle pretty early, but he almost left the bottom open there for, I believe, Brinkley. And end of turn 1, he'll maintain. But he gets tight again. He did the same thing he did on lap 1, but this time doesn't tag anybody. And here comes the 104 trying to gun for the lead here into turn 3.
Into 3 and 4. Oh!
It's by 2.
Yeah, lots of tight. No! Kevin's going to go around.
Sylvia's around as well. Hefner gets involved late. And the 52 looks like he just overcorrected it right into the outside wall and might have just alt forward. But another early caution here. So both of our front row restarters are involved, and I think that was Hefner and the green and white car also get collected in this. So we got to look and see what happened. But a gnarly overcorrection there from Kevin White's going to end his night.
Oh man, you run over the 38 on the first lap, and after that, get involved in another wreck. Not the way your night really wants to go. But Kevin, just got really loose, and unfortunately for Sylvia,
and there's where Hefner got collected and ended up getting into the front of Sylvia. And you see the 52 start to go around and just snapped the wheel back to the right. And I think he alt forward there to avoid collecting more cars. But I think the 338 got turned here, avoiding this. Oh no, he got hit by the 52. And there's Hefner. So a lot of damage to the 338 of Sylvia. That's going to put him on pit road for an extended period of time.
That's unfortunate. He's making his first start.
Man. So Basin will get his lap back, but I mean, both of our front row starters have already been involved in incidents in the first 8 laps of the race, so not the most ideal of starts for those guys.
Definitely not. Yeah, back going racing here just momentarily. See Basin taking the wave around. That'll put Brinkley to the top, but he did door Kevin White, so up the track he went. And see now Colton Zimmer is going to fill that second spot as Latham Joyner in that number 3 is going to be in 3rd place. Liking these paint schemes that are on these vehicles, especially Latham's. That looks pretty sick, I ain't gonna lie.
Not a fan of that. We'll see right before the restart, we'll see what else we've got here in the field tonight. Couple of generic ones, but there's Chase Briscoe's scheme from this Cup season, or similar to it at least. Patrick Moosh rocking that tonight. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Not gonna comment on that. 35, Zachary Thornton, Peter Kenny, and an epic face machine.
The PPG schemes are always banging. Those are good ones.
My man's Peter Kenny's living back in 2006. That is amazing. Audio Technica. Actually, I love that brand. Love the paint scheme, by the way. I might be a bit biased, you know.
I love the play on the Monster logo too, on the next to the wheel well, the Momo Energy. Andrew Lutz Jr. to 300. That's the other car that was involved in the lap 1 incident. I couldn't see the number on it, but that is him, and I think this is his first ever league race. So hopefully we can keep it clean here for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and he was the only other rookie out here in the field besides Jasper Lengblade, who had a bit of connection issues and looks like he just disconnected, either fell through or disconnected by himself. But still a long ways to go. Lap number 13 underway, under caution, but we'll go green on 14. Get ourselves back a go here momentarily.
Already a very different front row compared to what we started the race with. So we started with Kevin White Jr. and Dylan Basin. Now after 13 laps, just Blaze Brinkley and Colton Zimmer now filled those spots, and the 104 hits it very early.
Green.
We're back underway here on lap number 14, and Latham Joyner will take advantage of that, and he'll gun for second here underneath the 09.
Stuck it on the bottom, no contact being made there. A bit of side-by-side racing, but everybody singles themselves out fairly quickly. It's going to be Parker White in the 95, going to be watching this battle for second. They're getting close, though.
Oh, close call there with Latham, as I think Zimmer will be able to hold on to that spot. As a bit of shuffling going on here towards the back. It's still side-by-side for second. I think somebody's around out of 2. That's the 236 of Jacob Hefner around again, and even more damage now to that machine. And that might be it for him tonight. We'll see who else was involved in this, but that was the first car I saw. And looks like the 35 as well. With Zachary Thornton in some trouble here.
He is blinking a lot, so that might have been an issue in which just blinking too much. No, it looks like, oh yeah, cut down right in front of the 19 of Kenny. And
yeah, nothing Peter could do. Oh, and Hefner got into somebody. I think the car to his outside came down when he went to miss it. Yeah, right there. And around he went.
And that was a 70 of Grindle.
The inside wall.
I mean, nothing Hefner could have done. I mean, Harry's just coming down trying to avoid the 35, and Hefner just bad plays, wrong time, and unfortunately, he's going to call it a day.
Yeah, no fault of his own. Unfortunately, I mean, already 2 incidents for him in the first handful of laps, and that'll be it for him. So tough break there for the 236. And Colton Zimmer did hold on to second place over Joyner. They were side by side for the entirety of that run, but the 09 will prevail in the end. But we'll see if the 3 can try again off the next restart.
Alright, so everybody now back up the lead lap. Of course, a few drivers coming on back in just to take some optional. So we're left with 18 drivers on the racetrack as of right now. 25 did enter, 22 started. Already 4 DNFs and 3 DNSs. But Blaze Brinkley, ever since he got the lead, has yet to look back from it. We'll see if Colton Zimmer or Latham Joyner can make something happen. And these two were door banging by the last green flag, so should be interesting if make more contact or such like that. Who knows?
Well, I remember the last time we ran at Martinsville was with, I believe, the Xfinity cars back in, I want to say, February or March, and Blaze Brinkley flat out dominated that race, and he led a good amount of the race and ended up winning it by a wide margin, I believe. So we'll see if he can repeat that performance here tonight, but that 104 always fun to watch, especially on those short tracks. Right. So he'll control the restart here coming to lap 20, and he'll have Zimmer to his outside once again.
All right, here we go. But now just joining us here live, About to go green here in the ACOG Next Gen League. Blaze Brinkley in the 104 going to lead the field off to the races as he swings up and drives it down low. Latham snatched that position away from Colton Zimmer, who was caught lacking, and he falls back to third.
Yeah, the 09 got caught napping there on the restart. It's a good strategy that Brinkley uses. He takes up the room in the middle of 3 and then just guns it and catches the outside lane completely off guard. And the 09 quickly down to 4th off the restart. As, there they go again. Patterson and our points leader, Cole Woody, in some trouble in the inside wall, and another caution here on lap 21. So not a good start to the night here, and we got Burgee around in 1. So 1, 2, and points involved in separate incidents on the same lap.
Yeah, the caution was already out. Not really sure what happened, but...
Oh, jeez. And the 300 of Andrew Lutz ends up in the wall as well. It gets run into by Thornton.
They both chased each other.
Under caution.
Yeah,
Yellow was already out for the 02 and the 71, and then I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, so we got a replay of the caution. You see the 02
got loose.
Patterson get loose, but I mean Peter's trying to keep it off of Berge. You saw the tires lock up.
The 02 hit the curb on the bottom, and that got him loose. He barely clipped it, but it was enough to get him loose and ended up going around into the 71. And the caution's already out by now, and the 83 is slowing down, and you see Peter just locks up and gets into him, and then the 300 is nowhere to go, and the 35 runs into the back of the 300. So, bit of a messy exchange there, but now 1, 2 in points, both in some trouble here, and we'll see how big of a hit in the points this ends up being for them.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Peter was doing.
Yeah, bit of a,
he chased the 83 up the racetrack. I mean, he tried locking it down, but it just slid up on him. Not really
too little, too late at that point.
Yeah.
So pretty caution-filled beginning here to the race. I think this is already our 4th or 5th caution of the night. So hopefully we can shake the rust off here on these short tracks and get ourselves a good run to the end soon.
Wow, Woody might have DNF'd from damage off of that exchange, so there's Peter now on sitting at the edge pit road. So this is going to be a big opportunity for the 83 of Berge to get some valuable points and pull himself up in position. So
yeah, I was just about to say, even though the 71 looks like he's done for the night, good chance here for the 83 despite the wreck he was just in, if he can, at least stay out there for the rest of the race, even if he doesn't end up have race-winning speed at this point. We'll get ourselves back going here again. Brinkley and Joyner, the front row this time, and the 104 hits it. We're back underway. The 3 not caught napping this time like the 09 was last time.
Themselves into 1. Parker White a bit late, a bit higher coming into 1. I'd have gotten more speed off of that. Now he closed the gap between himself and Latham, but still looking for some room. But Parker, he might have gotten loose into 3.
And the 3 will be able to hold on to that spot for now. Look further back. Here comes Bass to make me move on Patrick Mouge, and he gets tight in the middle of the turn, and a bit of a contact there between those 2 cars, but Basin will get the spot. P8 now as he tries to work his way back up through the field.
Whoa! One car is very sideways.
And he just clipped somebody.
Caution is out.
That's Grindle, and somebody else just got caught up in it. Caution out again. Yeah, Thornton just got loose out of 4, clipped the 70. You see, that's a whole lot of damage now, and we'll see who the other car involved is.
I thought Thornton had it saved. I mean, the thing looked straight.
Oh. And just fishtailed it right into the wall, and there's the 70 barely getting clipped. Can't make it any closer than that. And we'll see who this other car in it is. Oh, nothing he could do.
79 is Schmidt, the one who got into.
A lot of damage there.
Yeah, so it looks like Schmidt's done for as well.
And you see the 300 of Andrew Butts, he's lost his rear end. I think that was from the contact earlier with Thornton. So, I think the 35 alt-def forward, but the amount of damage the 70 has, I don't know if he'll stick around much longer either.
Everybody from 12th on back gonna hit pit road. With all these cautions, I mean, we've yet to see this whole entire top 6 hit pit road. And it's Basin, who's now sort of crawling himself back through the field in 7th.
Still going to be a while.
It's still going to be a while, but I mean, we're definitely whittling down the field really fast.
The window,
so.
I think the window, if I remember right, I think it was 90 to 110 at the start of the night. We've now run over half the race so far, at least under caution. So a window that started at 90 to 110 might end up being closer now to maybe 120 or 130. So whenever these guys do pit, it'll probably now be a bit later than it was going to be before.
And again, we've watered down the field like you could slice the field in half, and that's basically what we have left. I mean, 15 cars on the racetrack, but Schmidt looks like had to tow it, so make that 14 as Harry works himself out now. Oh, looks like he's still on the lead lap.
A lot of damage though. Hergy's still sitting on pit road. Bachman on there as well, and they're about to take the green, so they got to haul some rear end off of pit road if they want to stay on the lead lap now. Green flag.
Green flag,
Oh man,
green flag.
Brinkley tagged the curb there a bit. I thought he'd go around because typically with these machines, if you tag that curb, it's going to upset the vehicle and whip it around, but looks like nothing happened of it. Bit of contact right behind his base, and he's trying to work around Costello. Shoves the nose to the inside, looking for some real estate.
And you see him clip the grass there. He really wants that spot back. He'll file in line for right now as Latham Joyner tries to fend off the 95 of Parker White. But the 38 started this race in second, had lap 1, turn 1 contact between him and Kevin White that sent him to the rear. But now back up into 6th place. And Patterson with a good save out of turn 4.
He was dead sideways. Luckily kept it straight. Unfortunately under fire now by the 300 of Lutz, who gets loose off of 4 as well. Up front though, all Brinkley and Joyner. But here comes Parker White knocking on the door for second.
And the 104 starting to pull away here from the rest of the field. We'll see if Joyner can try to keep up with that 104. But this reminded me again of that Martinsville race as Costello gets into the back of Parker White and sends him into the wall. Patterson comes flying in late. And the caution is out once again as the 60 just played bumper tag there with the 95 and sent them flying into the wall.
I don't think that was
Actually,
the 60.
that was the 09.
Yeah, 09.
Whoops. Got the numbers mixed up, but yeah, I just got right at the back of him. Not a whole lot the 95 could do, and then Patterson comes flying in late and adds insult to injury for Parker White, who got himself up into the top 5, but they're no more.
It's an interesting scenario. I mean, we saw so many saves in the 1.5 milers, but here, it's just a solid overcorrect by everybody. Parker, I mean, you know how good he is, and it just overcorrected on him once he got it hooked up and straight. And man, I just find it so bizarre how easily it is to overcorrect these cars now.
Yeah, the 52 earlier, the 35, and now the 95, and I think there's another one, so looks like it's much more difficult to save these race cars, as Brinkley will hit pit road here for the first time in tonight's race. Basin, you see him slide into a stall as well. So a good chunk of the field making their first stop of the night. Looks like Joseph Costello will stay out and he'll lead the field. Back green. And looks like Menchu and Lutz also are going to stay out. We'll see if anybody else does. This will be Costello's first lap of the night. You're on lap 38.
Now this is interesting. I mean, once this whole entire leaderboard shuffles through, you'll definitely see some odd names inside this top 5. I mean, because of how the cautions have played out, Lutz pitted earlier. I mean, Lutz pitted a caution prior. Bachman also pitted a caution prior, and they've worked themselves to the front in front of these fast drivers of Brinkley, Joyner, Zimmer, and Mush. So, with now 2 drivers on the oldest tires versus the drivers right behind who recently pitted versus drivers on fresh rubber, I think we're going to be in for a bit of a mix-up off this restart, and Brinkley's going to hit pit road again.
Interesting there.
Patterson does DNF off of that damage, unfortunately, so no more comeback city 30 laps down, 3rd place type beat.
Yeah, did that last week, finished I think 3rd place and like 9 laps down, but will not do it 2 weeks in a row.
Again, it's going to be interesting to see how all the turnouts, because top 2 have stayed out on the oldest tires. They've yet to hit pit road and got a damaged car right behind. That's Lutz Jr. right behind in that number 300.
And we've seen so far 3 or 4 different times how difficult it is to save these cars, so really makes it even more fascinating to me that these guys are staying out on older tires, because now if you spin them on the start, you're probably not going to save it. And if that's the case, rip to everybody behind you. So
yeah.
Hopefully this goes cleaner, but my spidey senses tell me that this may not go so well, but we'll see what happens here.
Still hits the throttle. Green flag.
Green, green, green.
300 got a better
Menchu.
restart as Menchu gets a bit sideways off. This is going to clog second on back.
Yeah, you saw Joyner really had to slam on the brakes there to turn 1 to avoid hitting the 84, who gets loose out of 2. Latham will take advantage of that and fling it down to the bottom. Into 3, pressure from Burgee on the 300 of Andrew Lutz Jr. Trying to hold on for 3rd place right now as Menchu blocks the 300 into 1, and here comes Burgee again.
Oh, contact that. Latham gives a shot to Zimmer.
All right, man. Caution
And
is out. Caution is out.
everybody's going to miss him, but it's going to bring out another caution. Good job, everybody, for not hitting him, but... Oh, and Patrick Moosh now around to the backstretch as well. It's another post-caution incident.
It's the second one of the night. And whoa, Basin just got loose.
Lost it.
Wow.
Yeah, he just lost it trying to avoid the 09 and just hooked it right back up into the 46.
Oh my gosh. Poor Mush. I mean, he was damageless. And
Poor Basin too. He just got himself back up there and now has a bunch of damage again.
I don't know if he was trying to miss the barrels there off of the exit of pit road. But I mean, the rear end stepped out.
Yeah,
And he ran right into the 46.
And on pit road he is again. Schmidt will get 1 of his 7 laps back. So he's now 6 laps down. Looks like Costello, Menchu, and Burgee are still going to stay out for now, but I don't know how much longer they'll stay out for. And for Menchu, oh, nope.
We're looking for it, but looks like didn't drag anybody on in.
They fooled me.
It just about fooled me as well, but man, that's unfortunate for Basin. I mean, he was looking fast, and then
He showed the speed in qualifying, showed the speed working his way back up through the field after the contact with Kevin White, and now he has to do it all over again here. Silver lining for him, though, is he doesn't have to pass as many cars as last time. I think he's only going to end up like 11th or 12th, but still not ideal, of course.
Rindle in the 70 is going to go, I think, 1 lap down. Slinging on the pit road yet again. And there's Costello. I mean, for Costello, just track position just playing into his favor. That number 60 doing out it well here tonight. And typically see him run part-time, and how about that 60 running toward the front? We don't typically see him run up front, nor with like Menchu or Berge either. It's track position just played to their advantage. And for those drivers right behind who pitted the caution prior, a couple cautions prior for Lutz and Berge, track position is playing for their favor as well. So that number 83 and 300 sitting in 3rd and 4th as of right now.
Yeah, and with Cole Woody out of tonight's race, this is playing well for Berge in terms of points. So as of right now, we're going to have a new points leader walking out of tonight's race. As we'll take the 1 to green here. So pretty caution-filled here, 1st, 4th of the race. But hopefully we can get ourselves a good run here soon. But Costello and Menchu will lead us to the green once again. Berge, Lutz, and Joyner will be the top 5, and Brinkley, who dominated that portion of the race before this, will restart in 6th.
All right, here we go again. Pace car is on, and all eyes are on the leaders. That number 60, Costello, going to lead them off. Berge watches in the mix. Menchu swings it wide and allows Berge to grab 2nd.
Yeah, that didn't quite work out for the 69 right there in the 1. He might lose another spot to Menchu, and Berge sends it way deep into turn 1. Contact twice between him and Costello as we almost went 3 wide for the lead. He's going to send it in again, but he's going to get a tap from Joyner in the middle of 3. He's going to wash up, and here comes Brinkley looking for the spot as Lutz saves it behind him.
Oh my goodness, so much contact within that first opening lap, but here comes Berge. He's trying to get again to the low side. Now has the nose under, but unfortunately couldn't get the run off. But here comes Brinkley. I mean, watch out for that 104. He's coming.
Yeah, he just weaved his way right through all of that. Now finds himself back up into 3rd place, and he's got way fresher tires than both of the cars ahead of him. And into 1, you saw the 83 try to block the 104, knowing he's there and knowing he's faster, but I don't think Blaze is going to put up with that too many times before he just outright sends him. So we'll see how they approach this here through 3 and 4. The 104 will try the high side, and with Berge getting loose, should be an easy pass to make.
Unless Berge wants to dive bomb into the corner, but Berge loses the spot. What a pass there by the 104. Clears him off the corner and looking for a crossover on Costello. And here it comes down low.
He's looking for it here in the 3, and a great pass there on the outside to get 2nd place. And it's now right up to the back.
All right, man.
Brinkley ends up turning the 60. Lutz goes around as well. Both of them into the wall. Caution out again. Oh, man.
Oh, that's not what you want to see. Uh-oh.
And as if the 300 wasn't damaged enough already. Just adds insult to injury there. And I think he just got right up into him.
Oh, yeah.
Get on a look at it.
Simple just right up under him, I mean,
the 104 is a much faster car. It's like the 60 was staying out in... Yeah.
I mean, so have to have a bit of respect to racing other competitors, and Brinkley, I think he just got on the throttle a bit too early. I mean, typically, it'd be easy to move people out of the way, especially in like a cup car or a truck, but these bumpers are curved. I mean, it doesn't take much to send these cars around, and Brinkley tried to pull a soft bump and run there. Unfortunately, he sent the 60 around. So, that's the crazy part. A bump and run like that in the Cup car or the Xfinity car might have been totally fine. He would have been able to save it, but these things are just so snappy loose that you just can't hold on to them. Yeah,
as Berge hits pit road.
And it doesn't take much to send these cars around. You saw it with Dylan Basin. You know how talented the dude is, but he still lost it. Yeah, I mean, lost it twice. Lost it in the middle of, like, didn't lose it through 1 and 2. I mean, lost it on the back straightaway, just trying to gather it up. And after that, you see the 60, just one small tap, around he goes. So, I find these cars weird. I don't know how they function. The physics of these cars don't make sense to me still. And we're still trying to find the, they're still fine-tuning these machines. Right now, they've missed it big time. For the way these cars are just running, darting left and right and such, in my opinion. But man, it's so chaotic because of it. I mean, you saw that opening lap off the restart. Everybody banged everybody.
Yeah, I mean, they're still, like you said, figuring out these cars, and the way these things run now at Martinsville might be totally different than how they run there a month from now, 2 months from now, even 3 months from now. So we could run this exact same race a month from now, and these cars could be a whole lot easier to save. We have no idea how they're going to fine-tune these things over the next couple of months. So, I mean, in its current state, it looks like they're super loose here, but you never know what might be updated. This is just the hand that these guys have been dealt, and this is what they're going to have to manage here for the rest of tonight. And Blaze Brinkley doing the best of that right now.
All right, now a quarter of the way through. Still a long ways to go from this checkered flag. Over 150 laps. I mean, under 150 laps to go. And we've already whittled down the field to only 12 cars on this lead lap. Schmidt gets his lap back, but unfortunately might go another one down. Never mind that, he's just getting himself back to the racetrack. Schmidt and Grindle both fighting to get themselves back on the Lucky Dog. Both are 5 laps down. Should be interesting to see on how that Lucky Dog battle will go. As up front, though, here comes Brinkley, going to take the green flag alongside a Joyner.
Green flag, green flag.
And you see the 104 do the same thing he's done all night tonight, and it works out for him every time. And he'll already have a bit of a gap between himself and the 3 of Joyner. Side by side here out of 2 between Burgee and Moosh. I believe that's for P6. As they'll continue that battle here. As the top 5 now will single file.
That 46, but now to the low side comes Costello, looking the nose under, locks it up as Moosh washes up the racetrack because of it. Pass there right behind as Lutz works around the 131 of Frank DeAngelis. Haven't talked about him all night. He's slowly working himself inside this top 10.
Didn't even know the 131 was in here, but looks like his car is pretty clean, at least compared to the rest of them in the field tonight. And pretty impressive that the 300's up there where he is. You see all the damage that car has, but still hanging on to a top 10 right now, as there's a spot there to DeAngelis, but way to tough it out, I guess.
Battle here for position. Berge under fire by the, looks like that's a 60 of Joseph Costello. He works himself into 1, trying to close the gap. Also a bit of a battle right behind. Frank DeAngelis knocking on the door, and that number 46 of Patrick. And here comes DeAngelis down low, trying to cut him off into the corner. Close racing between these two.
And out of 4, I think the 131's going to get it at the line, but we'll see if he can clear for this spot here out of 2. But the 46 is going to fight here on the outside, but it's just not going to be enough. And give that spot out to the 131. Back up front, Latham Joyner trying to keep up with Brinkley.
Brinkley just lost it, as well as Bachman.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! Oh, and Lutz
and there
was in
goes
it.
Lutz again.
Right, man, caution is out.
Caution is out, I think, for the 300, but the one mistake Blaze Brinkley has made all night's going to hand the lead to Latham Joyner.
Wow.
I did not expect that at all.
I mean, I expected Brinkley to just pull. I mean,
wow, he was, though. He had got himself, I think, about a half-second gap, and we'll see what happened here. Well, this is the out of turn 2. And you see the gap he had between himself and Joyner, and it just stepped on him.
and watch right behind. Bachman does the same
Bachman
exact
loses
thing.
it, and then here comes Lutz, do the exact same thing, all 3 of them.
Unreal.
That
Let's use
car's
the
still
front
going.
end again.
Brinkley did a nice job, though. You see how he immediately locks the car down, and instead of hitting the wall with the nose, he hit it more with the left front or left side, which is probably going to help him in terms of car performance. You know, a lot of the other guys that have hit the wall tonight have just nosed it right into the wall and have lost the front end of their cars. But by locking it down the way he did, Brinkley's going to be able to save his nose, and that car should be able to handle still pretty good. And it wouldn't surprise me if he makes his way back to the field quickly.
It's just so bizarre. I mean, the most dominant car of the night spins around, and Blaze, of course, gonna try to reevaluate and fling it onto pit road. Probably slap on some 4 fresh goodies on his machine. But man, that is a rare mistake out of that 104, especially in the lead.
Yeah, and for right now, it's going to cost him, as right now he's running in P10. But the thing is, he's got a lot of damaged cars behind him and some damaged cars ahead of him. So we'll see how he can approach this and try to claw his way back to the lead.
I just find it so bizarre that Brinkley just spun out from the lead. That is insane. That is something you never see. And Latham picks up the lead. And Brinkley, yet again, gonna have to work himself from 10th on back, and got to see how it all does. And you see the 79 of Schmidt. He did win the battle for the Lucky Dog, so he'll have to catch 4 more cautions, in which is probably plausible. He's gonna work himself back on the lead lap. But man, I don't know what this says for the next gen. I mean, they wanted harder handling cars, but I didn't expect snappy stuff like this. And the last time I've seen...
Careful what you wish for, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. The last time I've seen a car snap loose was back in 2016, Season 3. Or no, 2017, Season 3. The Xfinity car was undrivable. The Nationwide, or yeah, the Xfinity car was undrivable that season because everywhere was full throttle, but you could just snap in an instant. It was insane. But I don't know. It doesn't show the same characteristics as like snap loose, but it's just a bunch of overcorrections in sensitive vehicles. Very interesting.
Green flag, green flag.
Bit of a jumbled restart back here. So the damaged cars trying to, I guess, maybe find their place in the field here over the next 130 laps or so. But Joyner will now lead the field here with Costello behind, or actually Zimmer now back up to second after being spun earlier. As Brinkley will try to make his way through the field, but we'll see how much that damage hurts him. It's not much though.
Lewis Racing here, they've been 2x2 for the past 2 laps of 300, 84, 83, and 38. As just about loses it yet again. Oh, Basin!
Oh, Bason's gonna lose it though. Into the outside wall. No caution though. Up now it's out. Oh, and Lutz has gone around again out of 4. Oh my goodness. How is that car still running? That's like the third or fourth time he's hit the inside wall in that same place. How that thing's still rolling.
Displeasure.
Yeah, Basin not too happy with him. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He just wheel hopped it right there in the 3 and ends up getting into the 38 as the flagman will emphatically throw the caution flag there. As yeah, the 38 obviously not too happy with the way he was raced there by the 300. I think he might have just lost it or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he got hit into the corner. I mean, Bergie was all over, but gotta look at it again.
I wonder if he I think he might have just lost it when he was braking. I wonder if it just locked up on him. And maybe he threw it down there to try to minimize, or not, not come back up into the 84, perhaps.
I think he lost it under downshifting. Honestly, I mean, you see the car hit straight into the corner, but right about there, I think that's when he downshifted. Snapped. Yeah, and the thing about downshifting in any type of vehicle, you do not want to downshift into the entries of the corner. That under braking, you do not want to downshift. Like once you're getting back into the throttle, I think that's when you want to go ahead and shift it into third or something like that, or whatever kind of gear. But
downshifting while braking is like a textbook way to have your car snap out from under you like that.
Yeah, and explanation goes, I mean, you're running higher revs once you do downshift, and once the clutch finally grabs that gear, of course, that rear end is gonna spin the tires. Tire spin is gonna have an effect, and after that, you're gonna lose the rear end of your car. And let's just swapped it down to gear a bit early into the corner, and unfortunately, cost him.
But I mean, obviously this series is more of a test one, but it amazes me, like, if these were the current Cup cars, that 300 probably would have retired 2 or 3 incidents ago. But with how much durable these new composite bodies are, that car is still out there somehow, and it's still keeping up with other cars in the field. I don't know how he's managing to do that, but I guess that's a testament to what these new cars offer in terms of durability.
Yeah, it's interesting. Another interesting thing, I mean, is how these people were racing around each other. I mean, you see in close racing, but once they get into a rhythm, everybody has their own line. It's not like everybody's following in each other's tire tracks or anything like that. Everybody's just following each other in their own, I mean, not following each other. Everybody's running the racetrack rather than running the drivers around, racing the drivers around them. So it's a driver's racetrack right now, which is something you rarely see, except for like the short track kind of scene. But I find it interesting that everybody's just searching for grip rather than you know, oh, I got to nail down this corner at this exact moment, press the brake 15%. Hold it there for 2-point-something seconds, and then get on the throttle and stuff like that. Everybody's searching for grip. Green flag.
Green.
If they do get singled out, you'll find a perfect example of it. But for right now, off of a restart, everybody's just looking for positions.
Speaking of positions, look at the 104 at Brinkley trying to make up lost ground up top. Already gotten by 1 or 2 cars here. Now going to work on, I believe, Bachman into 3. So already back up into P6 is Brinkley. And you see, with him locking this car down when he spun, saved his front end. And you see how much better that car is handling now as Moosh goes way wide into 1.
Oh,
and there goes Parker White. Caution.
And no caution.
Oh, man.
Latham
And Joyner goes up the hill. Zimmer to the lead.
Yeah, no, Zimmer to the lead. I'm not really sure if there was contact leading up to that, but Latham loses the spot to the 09.
Oh my goodness, Costello just full set that turn.
Here comes Menchu as well.
Now the 60 got lucky there. They didn't run into somebody. He sensed the ever-living heck out of his car right there, but thankfully everybody comes out no worse for wear. Save for Parker. White is... Uh-oh, and there goes Basin and Moosh. They make contact again, and that 46 is junked here in the front stretch. Caution once again.
Oh man, that's
and
not
just as we thought everybody got it gathered up. No.
That's not the first time these two made contact. I mean, Dylan actually spun into the 46 on the back straightaway. Now he runs into him again. And it might have been the same mistake. Basin made a mistake on the front stretch and runs into the 46 out of all people. I mean, gotta look at it again. Oh, never mind. Look, Patrick.
Oh, the 40. Yeah.
That was...
big hit. Rear wheels off the ground. Man, a really sour night gone worse for Basin. I mean, we saw how quick he was in qualifying, and every time he's gotten close to getting back up to the front, he just ends up getting collected in something, and latest example of that here. Oh, man.
Muse might have slammed the brakes just to get his car woed down, but unfortunately, I mean, here comes...
No way Basin could have expected that, of course.
Here comes Basin right into the rear end of him, and that's just, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh, man. Yeah. We're up to what? I think 9 or 10 cautions now? We're really racking them up now.
Oh, no doubt about it. We'll get a replay of how Latham lost the lead.
Yeah, this was interesting to me, because we just panned back and he was...
Oh, just lost it straight up the racetrack. So another instance of the leader just losing it all by himself. I mean, the 3 didn't lose it, but, I mean, he lost the lead.
Well, I think that might have been old tires, because he just hit pit road under caution.
Yeah, that
so
is
Zimmer now leads. Brinkley now, just like that, is back up into 2nd place. So I thought it might have been a cue to Latham to slap some fresh tires on that car.
11 cautions.
11 cautions, man.
The most cautions I've seen in an NIS race at Martinsville, 25. That was, yeah, that race was... Oh my God. I
mean, we're on pace to be pretty close to that. I'm hoping we don't get to 25, but if the first 83 laps of tonight's race have indicated anything, it's that this is probably going to be a bit of a messy one from here on out. But
oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I just find it so bizarre. I mean, everybody's... I wouldn't say everybody's used to running these cars and such, but it's such a different car compared to what other Oval Series, you know, sort of have their way in. But
I mean, that's exactly it, though. It's like a lot of these guys, obviously, with, you know, racing here or an official or, you know, Road to Pro or anything else, they know this track and they know how it runs. But when you give them a car they've never seen before, even on a track they know, you're still going to sometimes end up seeing results like this.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you know your braking markers in the other oval vehicles, whether it's the Xfinity car, the truck, the late model, the super late, the modified even, and you're coming into this car and it's just literally something out of the blue, like you're running an Indy car or something. I mean, that's a very drastic, comparison, an Indy car versus a stock car, but it literally, the difference is that valuable.
Yeah, this car is so drastically different than any other stock car really that's come out in a long time, so definitely a learning curve for sure, as Colton Zimmerman will lead us to the restart here, and we're back on our way here on lap 86. Pretty good restart there for Brinkley. He'll pull even into turn 1.
On the quarter pound of the 09, and Zimmer washes up the
Crossover
racetrack,
time.
but here goes crossover into 3.
Good move there for Brinkley.
Oh,
I saw that coming. The 09 tried to shut the door on him and just wasn't clear, and around he goes. And caution once again, 12th of the night. And I could kind of tell once the 104 got the nose on it, the 09 was going to try to chop him, and the 09 didn't work out for him.
Oh yeah, he just pinched too much. I mean, you can only pinch so much into the corner, especially at Martinsville, which is just a single groove racetrack, and unfortunately,
actually,
paid the price.
He didn't come down a whole lot, but you could tell he was pinching. So according to Basin, because we like to look at the chat sometimes during races, apparently Martinsville, in one of the most recent builds, got new surface updates. So I guess that might be part of what the issue here is. I guess there's a lot of guys trying to search for grip on the track and trying to get used to the new updates. And of course, that combined with a brand new car is probably why we're having the kind of race we're having tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And William Schmidt in the number 79, he's loving these cautions. He's put himself now back onto 1 lap down. So Frank DeAngelis looks like might have towed it. Not really sure. He's called it today.
Yeah, that was we don't even need to explain that one. Yeah, sometimes if you just Yeah, sometimes if you're just running a race like this, I mean, if it were me, I'd be a bit bored too, but would I go full speed into barrels and leave? I don't know, but would I be bored? Probably.
There's another one.
Oh, jeez. I think that's Parker White.
No, that was Menchu.
Oh, just 3 under the same caution. Oh, man.
Yeah, so we've cut down 3.
I think we're down to 12 or 13 cars now.
Yeah. Zimmer has hit pit road. He's been on pit road for a while. Though he might go a lap down.
And indeed he does.
Wow, so he might have disconnected. So that's another car gone. Off of this caution, we've eliminated like 4 or 5 cars. He moved himself into 10th.
And the 09 barely even got any damage at all in that. But yeah, we've had 4 cars end up out of the race.
It's interesting how this race has turned out. 110 laps to go, though. It's not over yet, but I mean, I've seen some things.
So Schmidt was 7 laps down at one point. Now only 1 lap down, and he's now in the top 10.
Pulling the Patterson.
Yeah. Reminds me of Bridger Olsen at Daytona a couple weeks ago, too, except he's not 30 laps down. He's now back to 1 lap down. And with the way this race has gone, I would assume he'll probably get a caution soon to get him back on the lead lap.
Yeah, I just find it so bizarre. This is not a good track car combination by the looks of it.
Also, a side note as well, if you pit right now, you're good on fuel to the end.
Oh yeah, that is very true. So I'll just have to all see as Brinkley leading a bit of bumper to the backside of Costello, who's caught lacking there in the restart. He's going to follow position now to Lathan.
Yeah, the move that Brinkley does, it really gives the outside lane a disadvantage, and you see Costello already falling through the field, now down to 4th place right off the bat, and he's going to send the 95 into 3, and he just got him.
Caution is out.
Yeah, that was a pretty big send. Caution out again. And I knew as soon as the camera panned away from the 60, I was like, oh boy, he's going to get into the 95, and sure enough, he did.
I just looked down low and, that was not going to work.
Ouch. thankfully for Parker, he didn't get any front end damage.
His whole rear end's gone, though.
Yeah. So I believe that's now either 13 or 14 cautions, so we're really racking them up tonight.
13.
Lucky number 13.
More than half the race has been ran under caution, so another one.
And
Schmidt gets put on the lead lap.
yeah, I mean, when Schmidt went 7 laps down earlier, I don't think he would have expected to be back on the lead lap by lap 100.
I mean,
sure
the way these
enough, he
cautions
is.
are going, I'd expect it. And now this gives the lucky dog for the next caution to Grindle, who needs to catch another 5 cautions to put himself back on the lead lap. And with this race
Not
is going,
out of the question.
not out of the question. These first 94 laps have had 13 cautions. He could definitely get that back in the the next 100.
We're on pace to finish this race with 26 cautions, so I mean, at that rate, I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff we haven't seen happen yet. But glossed over out of all of that, though, is that Blaze Brinkley now back on the lead lap, or not on the lead lap, but back in the lead again. After spinning from the lead earlier, now finds himself back up there. And what was there on the previous restart, but you know, I can, I guess, talk about it. But a quick caution here, and we'll be back under green.
Green, green, green.
Back up and away is
And
Bergie.
As 7 cars took the green flag.
Yeah, 7 cars, my goodness. Parker White still on pit road, trying to get as much as he can repaired, but everybody now singles themselves out. And with now such a small field, I think it's going to be a simple...
Yeah, we might finally get a green run in here.
Unless somebody sells
Just because it's just a lack of cars.
Everybody singles themselves out now, so I think it's just going to be a run of the racetrack from this point forward. And all eyes on Brinkley. I mean, he's lost it for the lead once. We'll see what happens yet again, but Latham's still keeping up with that 104, but we've yet to see a long run in these vehicles, so it should be interesting to see how it'll all go. Schmidt around the 300 for 5th, so Schmidt back inside this top 5.
7 down to the top 5. Back on a night, and it's not even halfway yet.
Nope. Parker White back onto the racetrack. He's 1 lap down, but that means Harry Grindle is not going to get the wave around if we do have a caution, as even though the 38 is broken, the last on of that of Bergie. Did I say 38? I mean, yeah, 38.
All right, man,
oh, got a caution. There you go.
Caution is out.
Trouble in the back, and the man that needed the free pass is the one that ended up with the caution. So actually, Parker will get his lap back, but Grindle in some more trouble here. And as we hit the halfway point here tonight, caution number 14, and we'll see what happened this time.
Oh, just lost it.
He went really high up into the turn, though. I don't know what precipitated that.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez!
Oh, yeah, that's not what you want to do. Luckily didn't hit anybody, but unfortunately went a lap down. So that's another lap he's going to have to search around for, as Parker White, the lucky one off of that, he's going to get the lucky dog.
And Basin, with that car that's ready for the dumpster, is now leading the race. That thing is ready for the graveyard. Or the junkyard, rather. But he's now leading this race. And Andrew Lutz, I don't know how that car is still moving at all. He's up now in 2nd place, so... You know, durability, definitely a plus with these new cars.
Look at these. This entire top 3 are all missing bumpers. I mean, it's so ridiculous on how composite bodies just all, function in which. But Patrick might have called it a day. I mean, there he is across the line, but no, looks like not. The only person who looks relatively clean, I think, might be Brinkley and Costello. Get a look at their cars real quick. I mean, at least Costello has some fenders on his machine, but it's still wrinkled regardless. And Brinkley, he looks destroyed as well. But I mean, he's been dominant. Led 54 laps.
Cleanest car left.
Who even has a clean car?
Well, what's your definition of clean? Because I guess at this point, Brinkley's car might as well be the new clean.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I don't know how the 46 is still running.
even Latham has a bit of damage.
That doesn't look too bad. I mean, Schmidt's had that damage all race. 83, guess no worse for wear. At least the front end's intact for now. Parker's seen some stuff tonight. Yeah, 60 doesn't look bad. Yeah, Grindle's Bason's car has been to hell and back at this point. He's been in a good 5 or 6 incidents now, but will lead the field to the restart though.
I mean, he was keeping up with Bergie, so it's not like he's down on power or anything like that. That 38 still has speed. But my goodness, it is on edge. He is dying in that machine. Virtually. Mentally, not physically though. If it was physically, then that'd be a different story. But regardless, my goodness. Top 3 all modifieds. That's so bizarre. What a restart. What a restart. Here we go. Do that to me one more time. Once is never enough. And my goodness, one car does not get going. I think it was Patrick. He's gonna get taken 3 wide.
Somebody just sent it to 1 big time. I think that might have been Latham trying to pick up some easy spots. Brinkley already gotten by Lutz for second, now looking for the lead from Basin. And Basin will hold on for right now, but I don't know. Up and there goes Schmidt. Caution is out, but that might be for something else. Or was it? Oh, there it is. Bergie went around.
Bergie
took it 3 wide and here. And
attacked the curb.
And got Costello.
And Parker.
Parker White gets in it as well, and now Grindle will get 1 of his 6 laps back.
Try it again. My goodness, how many cautions have that been? We have 15 cautions. My goodness gracious. I think the most amount of cautions in an ISCAR race, I think, was
20 maybe?
Yeah, it was 20 something, and we're set to pass that record definitely.
Yeah, I think this is our 15th now, so
yeah.
we're getting close.
Yeah.
Not the record I necessarily wanted to see set tonight, but
no.
Oh boy.
It's been an interesting one so far. I mean, not a lot of racing still, but
in the little bit of green racing we've actually seen, the racing hasn't been that bad. The issue is just they can't stay green.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of either self-spins or contact and such like that. I mean, it doesn't, as I said, just reverting back to my point earlier, it doesn't take much to spin these cars around, and unfortunately, it's just so sensitive out there. I mean, even without contact, you're on edge 24/7, and everybody just trying to find the best of what they can with the car. I mean, people trying to downshift to find some grip, looking low, looking high, whatever the heck they could do. And for Basin, though, I mean, leading laps here is up front without a front end. Brinkley at 54, I mean, not 54, but at 104, he's looking okay-ish, I guess. I mean, Schmidt, he sits in 3rd, and my goodness. Let's see, Joyner. And Costello.
Still nuts to me how a car that looks like that's leading the race.
Yeah, it's amazing.
One to green. Well, 89 to go at the line. Been a long night so far, but past the halfway point now, and we'll see, I guess, how long Basin can hold off on the inevitable.
We'll have to see and what kind of restart tactics he's going to pull. The Blaze Brinkley. Oh, looks like he hit the throttle early. Back up and away we goes, but it looks like Brinkley is all over him. Looking for a crossover as Costello goes around.
Caution is out.
And will that bring the caution out? Yes, it will.
Whoa, one car just flipped.
What the? What? As Patrick Bush has gone upside down under caution. What just happened here? Alright, so Costello...
Oh, he called it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called it a day. I'd call it a day too, man. Restart caution does aggravate people, and
Number 16 of the night, yeah.
Grandel's gonna get one of his laps back.
And I think they're waiting for the pace car.
Yeah, I had to wait for a pace car, I mean. Man, it has been a messy night overall. I mean, so many wrecks. And Costello does DNF off that exchange. So, Patrick is a DNF. So, we're now 7 cars on the lead lap.
And Grindle is going to get another lap back. I think he's only 5 laps down now.
Might be 4, I think. So I know
And
he was 6 laps down prior.
Everyone else behind him is out of the race. So if Moosh and Costello are out, in every caution from here on out, he'll get the free pass unless he's involved in it.
Yeah, so that means a guaranteed top 8 for Harry. And if cautions play his favor, I mean, he's going to work himself back at the lead lap. And ta-da! But man, it has been messy.
Messy to say the least.
Yeah, just to say the least. So, 38, 104. Two to go at the line. Basin still somehow, you know, vibing.
Well, I mean, Brinkley really hasn't had a long enough run to even try to pass him. I mean, we just had that restart caution. Brinkley literally couldn't do anything before the yellow came out again, so... We know that car is probably the cleanest one left on track, but... He just needs even a couple of laps green to finally get that pass done.
Parker White back on pit road, just probably getting as much damage repaired as he can. There's Harry. Alright, going to take the green with 117 out of 200. Again, still a long ways of racing left. About like 30 minutes of racing left here in this one. It's been pretty wild, wreck-wise. I mean, it's been full of it. I'm sure these drivers have grown sick of it. I want to go green and get this race over with, and I want to get this race over with too. If this is the way things are going. Pace car is on in. For Basin, car without a front end, gonna lead the field to the green.
Green.
Oh,
Good
Basin.
jump to Brinkley.
Yeah, Basin decided to go protect the bottom, and oh, you see how tight Brinkley got up there in the high side. I mean, you see the power differential right there.
I think he'll have a shot into turn 1 to try to get that pass. If Schmidt makes a move to the bottom on Joyner for third, and he'll get it. And here comes the 104, right to the back bumper now of Basin, but won't be able to get there just yet.
He's doing a nice job. I mean, he's not allowing Brinkley to get to the bottom side. Never mind, he allowed him there.
There he goes.
Oh, trying to pinch.
Oh,
Oh, nice job of pinching there.
holds. Yeah, he's got to be careful. It doesn't end up doing the same thing that Zimmer did earlier, where he pinched too much and just hooked himself. But so far, so good for him. But I think Brinkley's going to get him here. There he goes. And back to the lead goes Brinkley, as Schmidt still tries to fend off Joyner now. with Bergie in tow.
Oh man, Latham locked it up. Schmidt got a bad exit off of 2. It's gonna allow Latham to get back at him. Schmidt gonna protect bottom through 3 and 4. A nice job of just maintaining ground, man. You have to see a long run. Everybody, just, you know, I guess finally minding their own P's and Q's, but Basin, I mean, he's still staying himself in second, so even without a front end, that machine still is up to power as here comes a 3. Oh, scooting boot. Oh, more than it.
And a bump and dump there for the 3. Caution is out again as Joyner gets into Schmidt and around he goes. Shouldn't be too worse for wear there. Didn't hit anything. Caution number 17.
Yeah, that was more of a...
Yeah, I don't think Joyner intended to do that, but just hit him a bit too hard and around he went.
I mean, he hit him twice.
I mean, he was trying to move him out of the way, but I doubt he was trying to, you know, wreck him, of course. He'll drive it into his pit stall backwards this time. Brinkley will hit pit road, presumably for the final time tonight. And we'll see if anybody else decided to pit.
Sure, everybody. No, never mind. It looks like Bergie stays himself back out to the racetrack. There's Schmidt. There's Basin and Brinkley, so pit stop's going to be important. If Dylan... Oh, he decides to slap on 2, so track position mattering for the 38. Man, that's an interesting call.
I mean, you got 6 cars, I think, on the lead lap. That's interesting to me. I mean, track position really isn't much of a issue at this point.
Oh, looks like ATVO wanted to glitch out. Apologies for the leaderboard going haywire, but I have to reset it to get it back going, but not really sure what's going on. Man. Alright, Bergie's gonna fling it back on in, so that'll give Basin the lead. Brinkley is gonna be in second, so I think Basin only took 2 just to, you know, help the turn of the car. If you imbalance the tires, it'll help the center of the corner just a bit. So who knows if that 2-tire call might be good. I mean, we've seen Basin pull some extreme strategies out of nowhere. Here he is, right back at it again. So we're 6 cars on the lead lap. Grindle is 4 down.
Yeah, he got the free pass again. I think he needs 3 or 4 more yellows now to finally get himself back on the lead lap like Schmidt did.
That happened. So, I mean, we're now with left 7 cars on this lead lap, so we've definitely dwindled down the field big time. So, we'll see on how it'll all go for Basin versus Brinkley. But I think this might be the battle that might determine the win from this point on. We'll just have to see. Pace car's in. And here we go.
73 to go at the line, and and Joyner goes hard into the wall.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And Caution is back out again, number 18 of the night. And I think there was a bit of a stack up behind Basin. We'll have to get another look at it.
Yeah, I mean...
there was.
As Basin started to upshift, I mean...
I think Joyner shifted before Basin did, and yet when he let off, it spun him.
Yeah, I mean, Latham was also looking low. He was just trying to turn it down, maybe try to look 3 wide. Because he got a good restart. Unfortunately, just lost the rear end doing it. And not only that, with Basin jamming up, just shifting up, costed him, and gonna have to let the pace car by yet again. And
another lap for Grindle.
Yep.
I think it's only 3 down now. So he's inching his way closer to the lead lap now. And Schmidt is now 7 laps down. I think he may have disconnected.
Yeah.
He might have called it a night too after getting spun there. But he had got himself from 7 down to the lead lap, so I guess it can be done.
I mean, I'm personally not looking forward to having to race these cars on the coming next year. If this is the kind of racing, or if this is how it's gonna be from the A series and such, but man, it's gonna be messy as hell.
I don't think this will be the final product at all.
Oh no, definitely not. But man, if it is, my goodness, I mean, there's a lot of fine tuning to do with these cars and how they handle right now, but I mean, crazy.
I mean, this is like, I guess if you want to compare it to, you know, school or something, you know, we're basically racing with a rough draft and not the final version of something. So I mean, it's going to take a bit to get used to, and once these cars are, you know, finally fine-tuned and, you know, made to more resemble what the real-life version of it's going to be, whatever that ends up being, I think we'll see improvements across the board. But, you know, I mean, the fact that we even have these cars right now is pretty cool, considering they haven't even raced yet. So I guess, you know, this is, I think, part of the deal when it comes to running what I'll call it experimental stuff. I mean, you know, not pleasant to watch, of course, and not pleasant to race, but at least for me, I kind of expected it.
Alright, try it again. Latham's going to start 6th this time, so it's Parker White in the 95. He's going to be in 3rd. So here we go yet again. Berkeley gonna stab the throttle. Man, Basin did not go. That track position did not play out to his favor. And he loses himself all the way to 3rd. Might have a bit of contact as Berger sneaks himself to the backside of that 38. They're side by side for 4th as a 300. Lutz trying to get the best out of Joyner, but can't get it right now as here comes that 83. Hoy tagged the curb yet again. Got a bit sideways. And here comes Joyner.
Latham. Yeah, Latham will take advantage of that, and he'll take 4th place back from the 83. And, you know, Burgee, even as it stands right now, you know, he may wish he's running a bit further towards the lead, but, you know, at this point, he's guaranteed to finish at least in 7th place. So he's going to walk out of here with the points lead, and he'll take it away from Cole Woody. So still an overall decent night for him, even with the damage he has.
Yeah, I mean, Cole, he's going to finish this night in 18th spot, so Berger's definitely going to take the points lead. Unless he gets, like, some type of disqualification or something like that, but for Berge,
beyond that, yeah.
I mean, not the prettiest of races, considering the amount of damage he has, but, you know, it's been solid for him. I mean, he needed a solid night tonight. Here he is.
I mean, it hasn't been the prettiest of nights, but consistency is key. Got a top 5 at Auto Club, got 2nd last week, and currently runs in 4th. So it may not look too pretty.
Oh, no!
Oh yeah, that's definitely not pretty.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, caution is out. Number 19 of the night, and now Grindle will only be 2 laps down. But hey, you know what? Even though he just wrecked and lost his front end, he's probably still to be on the lead lap. Maybe.
I don't know if Basin got into him. No, never mind. Just got loose.
Just lost it. Yeah.
Tried correcting it again. Just overcorrected. another instance of cars just overcorrecting. So sensitive these cars are.
Commentator glitch right there, I think. Or jinx, rather.
I mean, I don't know if these cars are just, I don't know what kind of steering ratio they're running, but it's enough to hook the cars back the other way. And, oh my.
And everybody hits pit road this time.
Not everybody. Parker White stays himself out in the racetrack, so.
So Grindle only 2 laps down now.
Bergie does go -1 off of that exchange. He disconnects, actually. So Bergie calls it a night.
P7 looks like it's going to be for him. So even though he's retired and out of the race, he'll still take the points lead away from Cole Woody. So we're down to 7 on track. Actually, we're down to 6 on track. 5 on the lead lap. And only 2 more cautions for Grindle to get back on the lead lap after being down as many as, I believe, 7 or 8 earlier.
So Parker White's gonna take track position. Lutz ends up with 2nd. Basin and Brinkley elected on for some damage repair. So for some optionals that were. Man, it's now highlighted just with 5 cars on the lead lap. I mean, still waiting for Harry to get his laps all back, but it has been an absolute mess. 19 cautions so far, 141 laps in, my goodness. We're just left with 6 cars on the racetrack, and still that lingering self-spin factor is just roaming. Anybody can self-spin. We saw it with Brinkley out in the lead, and hopefully it don't happen again. My goodness. Take the 1 to go. So now Parker White up front. Brinkley's going to be starting himself in 4th, so he's going to be trapped behind the 300 of Lutz. Now just tuning us in here for tonight. It's been chaotic here for the ACOG iRacing series live on the MaxspeedTV. Only 6 cars left in this race. Here we go, Parker. Gonna give Blaze a bit of a taste of his own medicine. Green flag. And Lutz does not get going.
Green.
Oh, they're looking to squeeze.
Yeah, Brink isn't. He's gonna wisely let off there into 1, but I think the 300 is gonna go wide again. And Brinkley should make this pass down the backstretch. Yeah, wise decision there to let off instead of forcing the issue, as they'll still end up getting the position as side by side for 2nd out of 4. Joyner and Basin, the 2 parties going for it, and the 3 will have the preferred bottom line here in 1 and 2, but got a bit tight, but will clear anyway. And here comes Brinkley to follow suit.
Yeah, Latham, he locked up the right front. Oh, he did it again. Washes up the racetrack. Here comes Brinkley. Man, that Latham, 2 corners in a row. He's locked up that left front. Oh, he does it again.
3 in a row. Yeah.
Hard to woe down these cars, man. It's just really hard to. Oh, 4 in a row right there.
Oh, here comes Brinkley. Oh, and he's gonna save it, but he'll lose 2 spots. Nice job, though.
Lots of left front locking up as. Wow, what a move there. Brinkley found a hole under Basin off the corner.
Yeah, didn't lose much time at all.
Oh!
As, and he gets into Basin. They both hold on as Latham locked up again. As Basin will just slightly tap the wall there. And so Brinkley finally will get 3rd place away. And now he can try to set his sights. Oh, and someone just went around back there. And it's Lutz again. No caution, though.
Yeah, saved it this time, but Latham is not!
Oh, no, man!
Caution is out.
And that is the 20th caution of the night, and Joyner's front end is gone. And we kept seeing him lock up and lock up and lock up, and this time it finally went around on him. So we've hit 20 cautions on the night, and now Grindle only 1 lap down. And yeah, it just...
Brinkley called
right
it
out.
tonight.
Who did?
Brinkley.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah, I guess maybe he finally got... I mean, we knew he was the best car on the track, but maybe he just finally got tired of pacing, maybe.
I'd be tired of pacing too. 20 cautions, my goodness, that'd wear me out.
Yeah. It's wearing me out up here talking about it, but we have hit the last 4th of the race, finally. Well, 50 laps to go next time by. So Brinkley done for the night. So Grindle will get his one of his laps back. So he's only 1 lap down, so he only needs 1 more caution to get back on the lead lap. And we'll see if Joyner ends up done for the night as well. I'm not sure where he is right now.
Yeah,
Presumably
Joyner's done for the night too.
Alright, so that leaves us with 4 cars. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, basically.
We have taken a 22 car field and we've whittled it down to 4.
I mean, similar situation of Atlanta.
I mean,
a week ago.
Are we? Yeah. I mean, at this point, though, are we going to get another caution for Harry to actually get his lead lap back, or is this going to finally be we get a run to the end? But, I mean, just look at how battered and bruised all these cars are. I mean, I don't know how these things are still rolling. Man.
Dylan might have called it a night. Nope, never mind.
So we're down to 4 cars out on the racetrack, 3 of whom are on the lead lap. And again, Grindle only needs 1 more caution after being 7 laps down earlier. And we should get the 1 to go this time.
Alright, so yeah, Grindle, again, gotta wait for another caution, but man, gonna be, I hope it doesn't happen if we have a caution with these last 50 laps, because that'd be atrocious, but,
This would be a perfect time, you know, I don't know if iRacing has these commands, but, you know, this is one of those perfect times where if you like an NR 2003 host, you just use the add lap command, and you just give Harry his last lap back. And just say, hey, go at it. I don't know if you could do that on iRacing, but it'd be kind of fun if you could.
Harry's
And
just
at
gonna
this
lay
point,
back.
just forget trying to cause a caution. Just give the man his lap back. He's been out here long enough.
Alright, so Patrick gonna, I mean not Patrick, but Parker gonna lead a small field to the green.
Green flag,
Away
green
yet
flag.
again. As here comes Lutz down to the inside. Oh my goodness. It's still close racing.
Whoa. Close call there, yeah. And that's going to allow Parker to pull away. As these 2 go side by side still.
These 2 cars are damaged as, big lockup
look at
by
the
Basin.
lockup. That was a huge lockup. And here comes Lutz for second again. And I'm sure Harry Grindle watching this too he's probably just thinking, can these guys please just wreck 1 more time to get me on the lead lap?
They might. It ain't over. I mean, Les is still looking around Basin for the spot as Parker has appeared back into the picture.
Whoa, Lutz really sent it in that time.
Oh, Parker he got tight.
And here comes Basin trying to get the lead away, side by side to 3.
Oh, we got tight.
And here comes Lutz, he'll follow through for second.
Wow, I'm surprised. I mean, Parker White, he looks like the cleanest car out here, but falls victim to Basin. And now Lutz is trying to get second away from Parker.
Well, it took Basin 150 laps, but he finally got the lead back. I mean, it has taken him all night long to get up there for longer than just a lap or two. And we'll see if he can maybe hold on to the end this time.
This thing ain't over. Parker got a huge run through 1 and 2, and here he comes right back at it again. Oh, he put the bumper to him. Oh my goodness. Knocking on the door. Where are you gonna go? Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Oh, he set up the hill!
Up the hill! And Parker gets the lead back, and we'll see if Lutz can get second back.
Oh my.
Parker laid the bumper to him that time.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, he was
he'll
knocking on
open
the
up
door.
a gap of about three-fourths of a second now.
I mean, he was knocking on the door, so it was about time Parker got by him, but especially how damaged Basin is, my goodness.
Forty to go. And I believe this is already the longest green flag run of the night.
And it ain't over. I mean, Basin got another run at Parker. Gonna go back at it again. And you know what that means.
I mean,
you throw a rock, I'll throw a bumper. I mean,
no, you throw a rock, I'll throw a boulder.
I mean, boulder.
Man.
I said bumper. Crap. I mean, he is throwing a bumper at him right now. I mean, well, there is supposed to be one.
Gotta be careful though. You can't do that too many times because here comes Lutz. He'll take the opportunity here to try to get second back. So, you know, Basin. I mean, hard to tell or hard to say that looking at his car, but Basin has the best car left despite the front end being gone. Just he can't be too aggressive or he might end up, you know, opening the door for Lutz to get back in this.
Basin back to the inside. This thing ain't over yet. Oh, he let him by there, but Lutz is following.
Oh, no, look at Lutz full sending it into 3 as well.
Oh, Parker got back into throttle early. I mean, oh, he's gonna send him yet again. Oh no!
Oh, he gets sent him
twice.
again.
That's twice.
Yeah, Basin's not gonna be very happy about that. You know, Basin's gonna pinch as much as he can now, and he's not gonna give Parker any room if he can help it.
Oh, no way.
And he'll clear for the lead, but we'll see if Parker hits him again. My gut instinct's telling me yes.
This is all just saying Lutz's win, honestly. The rookie making this first start. I mean, if these two get together, in which they probably will, this is Lutz's win.
It's bound to happen at this point,
yeah, it's bound to happen. We've seen crazy finishes here back in iScar.
There's so few cars left in the field. I think at this point, Dylan might just take the, well, if I can't have it, you can't have it either approach. And if it means taking them both out, you know, we'll see how this turns out. But, I mean, he's guaranteed to finish at least 4th place, so it's not like he's going to fall off the field if something happens.
I mean, the thing is, oh, here goes Parker on the high side. The thing I haven't mentioned, though, is, I mean, look at this. You see the tire differential between Parker and Dylan. Dylan has a fresher tire. It says, oh, we got tight there, but Parker has the cleaner car. They're side by side yet again. Parker naps the lead away. Uh-oh.
Parker on 15-lap older tires was almost going for the lead on the outside. That's really impressive.
I mean, Parker, I mean...
And he's probably burning them up faster trying to pass on the outside, too.
Gotta do something. Something different. Oh,
yes. That's
not
3.
that kind of different.
Yeah, that's number 3. You know, Basin's probably tallying these down now.
Yeah.
It's like, if you hit me 3 times, I'm hitting you at least 4 times.
Oh.
So if Parker gets by Basin, you know, the 38's going to use every inch of, you know, what's left of that front bumper. I'll hit you with one of my pistons or something.
Yeah.
Whatever's left on the front of that car, because it's destroyed. But hey, it's leading the race.
Oh, we got a bad corner through 1 and 2. Parker's there. Oh, he was picking up higher that time. I mean, knocking on the door. Oh, Dylan got loose that time.
They both did. And here comes Parker. He's got to run into 1, and you could tell Dylan tried to shut the door on him.
Oh, he sent it big time.
Parker really sent it in that time. And Dylan will cross over out of 2. Oh, and Lutz goes around behind those 2. No caution, though.
And Parker goes way up the racetrack. Oh, he got loose as well.
Grindle was probably hoping that that was going to be the caution, but it did not come out. But hey, you know what? If Parker and Dylan keep racing each other like this, Harry might unlap himself anyway. He's not that far behind.
Oh, Dylan, huge overshoot! Oh my gosh, Parker's back in it again!
Every time one of them starts to pull away, they keep letting the other one back into it.
This thing ain't over.
And Lutz is around 10, 11 seconds back now. He's gotten it going again, but he needs a caution to get back in this now too. And
Oh my gosh!
oh man!
Oh.
And with there's no way that these two make it the rest of the way without one of them ending up backed into the wall.
Oh yeah, so one of these drivers are gonna spin. I mean, it's a ticking time bomb between Basin and Parker, and here they go back at it again. Basin to the bottom.
And we'll see if Parker can. Oh, he's gonna cross over out of 4, but he got loose out of the corner, and he'll lose any momentum he would have had. 25 to go.
And this thing ain't over. Parker still knocking on the door, looking left, looking right. What can you do? What else can you do? Look over?
I mean, look at Harry though. He's right. He's catching these two, and like I said, he might unlap himself here in a couple laps, and get back on the lead lap the hard way.
Oh my! Getting in the way of these two? My goodness! Asking for a death sentence. Oh, Parker
man, he punted him right there.
He shot him. He shot him right there.
Oh no!
Basin goes around.
It's collected and a caution is out. But is it going to give Grindle the free pass because he hit Basin?
Oh, it better give him the free pass. My gosh.
21st caution of the night, and that's a lifesaver for Andrew Lutz as well, who spun on his own behind that. But man, I really, really hope that Grindle gets the free pass because after the night he's out, he deserves it. That was not his fault either. And you see right there, Parker just pit for fresh tires. That was really smart of him to do that.
Oh, it's way early to pit. I mean, I don't even know if pit road was open. He might have pit when pit road is closed, and that might have cost him.
Oh yeah, he'll go to the rear of the field of 3 cars. I mean...
Oh, I think Harry's gonna get the wave around, by the way. Or the free pass. But he was in
he might
front
get
of...
the wave around.
Yeah, he's gonna get the wave around, but he was in front of the 38 at the time of the caution, so he might have unlapped himself, and Parker did come on the pit road, so I'm not really sure if that's like a, you know...
Well, Parker was leading, so
yeah,
Grindle was behind him, but since he pit, I think he'll get the wave around.
Yeah, he's gonna get lucky. Yeah, he's gonna get waved around.
But I'm surprised that Dylan and Lutz didn't pit, because now Parker's gonna have much fresher tires than both of them, and the 95 probably just took some optional too.
Not only that, I mean, pit road really opened that early? I'm surprised.
I mean, not that it matters, because I think that's an EOL penalty, but you're going to the back out of 4 people.
Yeah, and if you're
Lutz
Lutz right
really
now, I'd hit pit road.
Point.
I'd hit pit road if I was Lutz, because, you know,
you got nothing to lose. You're not gonna
be in front of the 95 as well. So
you might as well. And neither of them do.
Yeah, wow. I'm surprised. I mean, they could do it next time. If anybody's doing it in the stream, I mean, you better hit pit road.
Grindle has to, otherwise he'll get lapped again, or the 70 has to stay out. But I'm surprised that maybe Dylan feels a bit more confident on older tires versus new ones. I'm not sure. Very interesting.
Oh man, I just feel bad for Harry. I mean, doesn't have the option to pit anymore. Does have a bit of damage, but I mean, not as much. But Harry's gonna get the wave around. Hit it with 1 to green next time. Bye.
So apparently there's very little tire wear at all, so I mean, that would probably explain why they decided to stay out.
I mean, you might as well take a gamble, I guess. There goes Harry. So Harry gets the lucky dog, or wave around, or
so we'll
pass.
Have 18 to go, and Grindle. So now we've had 2 separate drivers now go from 7 laps down to back on the lead lap in this race.
Yeah, William and now Harry.
Impressive as anything that had happened once. Insane that it happened twice.
Yeah. 21 cautions so far. Has to be the record for iScar. I think the most cautions we've had was 25, and that came at Richmond. That was a
Oh,
terrible
Grindle
race.
didn't get caught up.
Green, green,
Oh
green.
yeah, that's right. Grindle's all the way back there, so green flag is out.
At least he's on the lead lap, though.
Yeah.
Finally.
So if like any of these three spin, he's gonna get a position right there. Oh!
Oh!
I don't want to do that.
And
Parker
a
overshoots
big
the corner.
sends there for the 38 as the 95 went wide there.
Oh, he might spin!
Oh, he into the wall.
Oh wow, this is Les's race, or it
No
might
yellow.
be. Yeah, no yellow. So two
And
modified cars
Grindle-
are now leading the race. As
I think the 70 got third.
oh no, still.
Oh, no, he didn't. He really wasn't caught up then.
Yeah, it really wasn't. So all down to these two now. It's against with Basin and Lutz. How about it for Lutz? I mean, he was making his first start here tonight. He was running second. He survived
That
through
car,
all the chaos and such, but
if these were the current Cup cars, he would have ended up out of the race from that damage over 100 laps ago. But because it's these cars that are a lot more durable, he's on track to get a second place finish with that hunk of junk right there. But he's getting caught by Parker White here.
yeah, Parker, again, he has the cleanest car out of everybody. Plus, he has the fresher tires too, so he's easily going to make up all that ground. Looking for a crossover on Lutz. It's like 15, 14 laps to go this time. Lutz just closed the gap on Basin, so Parker looking up high. As Basin's internet is going haywire. Basin might have DC'd. Never mind, he's like sort of flickering.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Basin's
So
internet's
here comes
caught lacking, and
Parker.
here
He's
comes
right
Parker.
back in it again.
15 laps to go. Parker's gonna be all over Basin. This thing is gonna go haywire here in a moment. One of these three cars are not making it. I mean, two of the three cars obviously are not gonna win, but I mean, by means of making it, they are
In the wall.
not. Yeah, Parker might have got put in the outside wall, but by means of making it, they're not gonna finish the race. No way they're completing 200 laps.
Hey, Grindle's starting to catch up now. I think he's got a cleaner car at this point than everyone else. He wasn't caught up for the restart, but he's actually starting to catch all three of these guys.
Basin, uncharacteristic corner.
So-
He loses a bunch of time. Here comes Lutz.
Don't even count the 70 out of this yet.
Oh, it ain't over. I mean, Parker's litter all over. Oh boy, here we go again.
Yeah.
Lutz might send
Lutz
him.
is gonna send it. 3-1 for the lead.
And Lutz goes to the front for the first time.
And Lutz takes the lead. What a move!
It ain't over. Basin's still blinking now. I mean, Lutz is sort of
That was
tinkering
a
with that.
cool-
Oh, he got sideways.
Oh!
Oh, he saved it this time.
And Parker's in the wall.
The Basin's internet is going haywire right now. It is.
That was a phenomenal move by Lutz. He just didn't have the momentum out of 4 to make it stick.
Yeah, and that damage is definitely hindering him there, but it's still not over. I mean, Harry is just sitting here in the distance.
Yeah.
He's loving this.
The 70's just waiting in the wings. I mean, he's caught up now. This is a 4-car battle now.
Parker looking up
He
high.
was not even caught up for the restart, and he is caught up on his own to the rest of this field.
Oh, Basin's throwing some
8 to
haymaker
go.
blocks. Well, this thing ain't over. Oh my gosh, no, not at all. Uh-oh, Basin blinked out. There he is. Parker might be toying around with Basin. I mean, he probably knows he's faster
They're
than him.
probably toying around with each other at this
Yeah.
point.
They've probably been toying around with each other for the past 20 laps, because there ain't no way. I mean, Parker back at it again. He's sniffing on Basin. I mean, oh, never mind. Excuse me, but regardless, Parker's there.
My
Oh my God, Basin throwing some
6 to go.
atrocious blocks. 6 laps
And
to go.
he goes up high. Here goes Parker down low. And there's
Oh.
Lutz.
Oh my God, these blocks are so atrocious. Parker's looking.
They're
Oh,
running though. Oh no!
oh, he shot him that time. Oh, Lutz goes around. Here comes Harry.
Oh no!
So Harry, Lutz goes around, so L eliminates him.
He's up
So
to
here comes
second.
Harry.
That's like the 8th time that Lutz has spun around, but he needs another caution now to get back in this thing.
These two might be the caution. I'm not really sure.
I mean, Harry's up to 3rd now, so I mean, we'll see if he can try to catch up to these two again.
Oh,
He had the nose up to Parker.
He's there, knocking on the door. These two are gonna dump each other in the white. I just feel it. It's gonna be atrocious, and Harry's gonna get handed a Mickey Mouse win. Oh!
That'd be the most hilarious thing if Harry ends up winning this thing after being 7 laps down.
Please let that happen. Oh
that
my God.
would be, oh man.
Harry wins
Parker's
twice
there
in
again.
a row. I mean, he's there. He's knocking on the door. These two have been grinding on each other for the past
2 to go. He's got
50
the nose.
laps. I mean, he's there. 2 to go. And if these two spin out on the white, or like 3 of them.
I think basically just backed up his corner entry on purpose.
Yeah, he uh-oh.
Yeah.
Looking in the inside.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
this is
he
it.
did.
Oh, yeah, he's... All right,
Yeah,
it all comes down to this.
There comes the 70. White flag at Martinsville.
Oh,
We had 22 cars. We're down to 4. We've had 21 cautions, but it all comes down to this.
oh, Parker. Uh-oh. Oh, no, this is going to be a mess in the 3. Harry's
my
there.
goodness. Harry's got a shot at this thing. Look at the send from the 70. It's not going to be enough.
Oh, maybe it is. Here goes Parker.
And at the
Oh, he
line,
got him.
no spin, but Parker wins.
And he got stuck in the wall. He got stuck in the wall.
And Parker White wins as he gets stuck in the wall across the finish line. Probably could not find a more fitting way for this race to end, as he won't even get to do a burnout tonight. But he wins the race here on a last lap pass on Dylan Basin. What did we just watch?
I have...
What?
Oh,
was
my
that?
gosh. I have no words. I have no words.
Oh, man.
I have
So
no
look
words.
at another look at this. You'll see the 70. He's really going to fling it in there into 3 as the last
What a
ditch.
run Parker got through 3 and 4. I
Yeah.
mean, he hit him right there. I mean, that might have lost some momentum, and Dylan tried to door him at the line, but weep,
And he gets stuck in the wall.
and he gets stuck in the wall. Just to
I think
topping
Dylan
on
got
the
his
cake right
scoring
there.
invalidated.
Yeah,
He's
Dylan
showing in
might have,
4th place.
yeah, he might have gotten what you call it, an incident penalty post race, but regardless, Parker White, my goodness.
But yeah, how fitting that you win the race and then get stuck in the wall across the finish line, so you can't even do a burnout at the end of the race.
And if that happened like 50 feet prior, both of them would have crossed the finish line. Harry would have run this race.
Yeah, I mean, he finished in 2nd as of right now. I mean, he came that close. Oh, man. So, unofficial results here. Parker White wins and gets stuck in the wall. Harry Grindle was 7 laps down after the halfway point, and he finished in 2nd place. Andrew Lutz Jr. with the car ready for the junkyard. Well, actually, all these cars are ready for the junkyard, but especially that one. Finishes 3rd in his first ever league race. Dylan Basin rounds out your top 4. Latham Joyner, Blaze Brinkley, Joe Burgee, William Schmidt, Patrick Moosh, and rounding out your top 10, Joseph Costello in the 60.
Zimmer, Menchu, DeAngelis, Bachman, Patterson, Thornton, Kenny, Woody Hefner, and Lenglade rounding out the top 20.
And the last handful of cars out on the grid, Sylvia and Kevin White Jr., who won the pole but finished in last place tonight, and Omar Diallo, Benjamin White, Nick Roten did not start tonight's race.
Still more to come here for the ACOG Next Gen League. I'm going to talk about post-race and interviewed out the top 3. So stay tuned. There's more to come as we interview out everybody else. And we welcome you all here live for the ACOG iRacing series. Running out in victory lane. Parker White, we're going to drag him into the booth here in just a moment. But my goodness, what a hectic race this race was. My goodness, it's something else. And we're finally going to go ahead and drag in our winner of the night. We're only going to be interviewing our winner of Parker White here for this one because we are running on a bit of a time crunch, unfortunately. So into the booth goes that number 95 of Parker White, and into the booth he goes. Parker, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Parker, my goodness, you were back and forward there with Harry. I mean, not Harry, but Basin. You two were just trading positions back and forward. Harry was just playing, helper as he was clearing your black flags and such like that. But Parker, my goodness, what a victory! I mean, no words. You two were just trading the lead back and forward.
Oh yeah, we were in a voice call together, and there was only 4 of us left there at the end, and there was only 3 of us on lead lap for a while. So we were just like, all right, there's literally no point in really staying in this race. So we're like, all right, let's just put on a show. So I just started sending them through the corners. Then we were just racing hard. I was trying to run the fence and stuff. Found out there was no grip up there, so that's a good thing to know. And then we ended up wrecking once with only 4 cars. And it was just kind of funny how we started the race with 20-ish cars, then it ended with 4. But it was definitely some fun there at the end. I thought that when I got hooked into the fence, or not really hooked into the fence early on, that my car might have been done, but I guess it wasn't. I got all the damage fixed. I had about 4 minutes. I was able to get back out on the track. I was actually running pretty competitive laps there, even though I was down 100 RPM. But it's Martinsville, damage doesn't really matter, and we just got more damage there at the end. And I actually got stuck in the wall there coming across the line, and I had to look for a second. I was like, wait, did I still win? Because I didn't know if I was stuck in the wall before or after the start finish line. But then I saw in my overlay that I won. So yeah, definitely a very eventful race.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, for that first half of the race, you're snoozing through all those cautions, and finally we got to a point in which we had enough cars to get a green flag run. It was just you, Harry, Basin, and Lutz all to fight it out for yourselves, and y'all put on a show here for the final 20-ish laps, and you coming out victorious here yet again. Parker, before I let you go, I just want to thank you for tonight.
Just gotta thank Basin for racing me there at the end. That was a lot of fun, and I've also just gotta thank everyone else that came out to race. Gotta thank MaxspeedTV for all the broadcasts every week. I've gotta thank Nebula Esports, Mail Motorsports, Rocky Racing Setup, Snowman Studios, Landon Mills Paints, Blaze Designs, Bunch of Lawn Care, and Duo Media.
All right, about 10-4. Parker White rounds himself out in victory lane. Go ahead and see you cover next race, man.
All right, thank you.
And that was Parker White in the number 95. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning in here for the ACOG iRacing series. Come and tune in again for tomorrow for the Limaland Dirt Late Model event. Bit of situation going to go on next week. I'll discuss about that once in the coming future, once I do get myself situated and such like that. But as well as for Sunday's event with the Xfinity cars at Daytona. I can't miss that. Of course, a lot of super speedway racing to be held in such. Until next time, Dewey, any last words?
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show that Parker and Dylan put on at the end. Certainly an eventful night, for sure. Not the one I think a lot of us were envisioning, but the little green flag racing we did see was actually pretty decent. So we'll see how these cars end up getting improved in the future and what the future product ends up looking like. But bit of a rough start of it, I guess, but always room for improvement. So we'll see where that takes us, and like he said, do not miss that Xfinity race on Sunday. That'll be a good one.
All right, and until next time, my name is Chris.
And I'm Dewey Bye.